a color no les adjudica poder de convocatoria y mucho menos obtener la
Mateo
mayoría
no
de
comenzará
votos.
hasta las 7 de la noche. También mencionó que la grabación del micrófono que puso ayer
Estamos dispuestos a pelear, pero tenemos que estar unidos y no lo vamos a tener mal entonces, porque hay mucho amor y mucha
I came to Vieques and I started to feel the struggle of the people of Vieques and how they were suffering here of cancer. I was visiting them to their houses, seeing young people, old people on bed, dying of cancer. So I started asking questions about myself and the church and the position I have to take.
I have been living here in Vieques for 35 years with my family, 5 children, 6 grandchildren, and my husband. Last year I was treated for cancer, and fortunately I am among the 50% of Viequenses who have survived my cancer, because the other 50% die.
I live all my life in Vieques. I have cancer. My family, my mother, my sister died with cancer. In my community, many persons had cancer. We don't have any choices. The only choice we have is getting sick and die.
I came from a big family. Most of my family, uncles, and brothers, cousins, have died from cancer or respiratory diseases. Also, we have many other brothers that have died from respiratory diseases, asthma. We may say now that the people of Vieques, we are on a species in danger of extinction.
The history of the island is really quite unusual. It has been bombed for nearly 62 years, and by all estimates, several million pounds of bombs were dropped on the island each of those years, meaning that perhaps 1.5 to 200 million pounds of bombs have been exploded on the island during the Navy's tenancy.
This is my son in Culebra Island with me one weekend that we went, and he was, as you can see, a very healthy and happy kid. This one, I took it when we went to Punta Soldado, Daquiti, to take some lobsters, and we were having fun there too. My son was a very bright boy, all honors, high honors. He even helped kids at school with their assignments. He even gave classes at school. And he was the pride of every Viequense who met my son. My son had a brain tumor in the optic nerve in the right. He went through 5 surgeries, and he went into coma for 2 months. Thanks the Lord, he's here still. They found out that he lost memory, he lost eyesight, he's got diabetes insipidus, he's got epilepsy, and if I tell you, you'll get tired of me telling you how many sick he's got, more conditions.
The components of ordnance that was exploded on the island include lead, mercury, arsenic, aluminum, cadmium, chromium. Depleted uranium was also released on the island, in addition to a variety of chemical weapons, including napalm. Agent Orange, which is a combination of 2,4,5-T and 2,4-D herbicides that were heavily used in the Vietnam War, were also used on the island. This is a very complex mixture of highly toxic substances. They are persistent and they do bioaccumulate.
Being a nurse, I witnessed many cases of cancer here in Vieques, but never thought that I was happening in my family. I lost my daughter with cancer.
I work in the radio, and after I work in the radio, I began to feel a rash in my chest, and then a rash in my leg, and right now I am feeling some headache, migraine headache.
The majority of the females in our family either has to have a hysterectomy at the age, starting from the age of 24 years old. That's not normal.
I live all my life in Vieques. I have a child, and he's very contaminated with heavy metals. My son Atway, born with an extra digit in his right hand, and it was operated because we want to have a normal boy. And he born with an extra nipple too, and he have problem with the heart.
We watched this little child develop one tumor after another. Our child died.
Heavy metals do not belong in the human body. They are poison, and this poison came to us from the military practices.
These chemicals pose a threat of a variety of illnesses, including cancer, asthma, hypertension, diabetes, as well as more subtle adverse effects to the central nervous system. The metals, especially mercury and lead, are very well known to adversely affect normal growth and development, so that islanders' exposure to these compounds should be minimized.
I worked for Vieques Navy Range during 17 years in very hard conditions. I have problem in my liver, I have problem in my kidney, I have problem in my skin, I might have problem in my hair scarf, you know. I have problem in my eyes, chronic insomnia, and I cannot sleep, nervous problem. The Navy people, they have their own protection, but not for us. We have to go inside the range with no protection. Just with the clothes like this, you know, work day clothes, you know. To save money, no paid overtime, they cut to us. After the aircraft pass, and we have to brief all that. Many times we have to come in the back of the truck, you know, in the bed, and we have to smell. We have to breathe all that dust, you know, by powder, dust, smoke, tire smoke, sometimes diesel smoke, everything. You know, we see no protection.
As an American, I'm a little embarrassed by what has been going on. And as a combat veteran of several campaigns, I am really angry about what we have been doing to the people of Vieques.
I can attest to you that what the Navy has done there for the last 62 years, we would not have tolerated that anywhere in the mainland.
I was been coming here since 1974, something like that. And now I developed a rare form of cancer that I kept going to the doctors here. That my teeth were bleeding a little bit on the bottom. And the doctors told me that I was a dentist, I should say. I went back and forth like that for about a year. So finally the dentist sent me to a specialist in Puerto Rico. He told me I should get a CAT scan. He looked at it and he said, "You have no chin." He said that the chin had been eaten up.
These people are killing these people here in Vieques with their arrogance, with their bombs, with their contamination, with all their attitudes toward the people of Vieques.
This population was exposed to these chemicals without their knowledge and without their consent. And the degree of threat that this poses to them is very dependent upon their access to information.
And I don't think it's fair for what the U.S. government has done for us. We are not guinea pigs. We are Puerto Rican, we are people that we suffer as you are. We are the same, only different races, but we are humans. You guys have done a lot of harm to us, and we never asked for it. We gave you our land, And what you did was take advantage of us. I'm not saying that all Americans are the same, but the government should let people know what they are doing to us.
What we've got now is a situation where we ought to be ashamed of ourselves. We got a situation in where people are hurting and they need our assistance. We just sent out $30 billion to the administration on the war on Iraq. Of that $30 billion, $2 billion is going to be expended for health care for Iraqis. But at the same time, the Navy is not willing to give 1 cent to the people in Vieques. And so that's not right.
We are asking for help for my family, you know. I don't need help for me, I need help for my family.
The people of Vieques need compensation for the years of suffering and the illness this has all produced. We need alternatives. We need options. We cannot be subjected any longer to this domination of a system which is ignoring our problems.
Shame on us when we got a report that has documented the contamination, the environmental degradation of this island. I will not rest, and I will use the power of my office. We need to right a wrong.
Contact your congressmen, contact your senators, and contact this administration. And most important, make sure we hold that Navy accountable, because they have a responsibility. For them to react as arrogantly as they did is not appropriate, because these are U.S. citizens. These are people that have served our country in a very honorable way.
The Navy has now stopped the bombing, but the illness is here, the contamination is here, and something has got to be done about this quickly.